Alrighty, here we are. EtherChannel. What is it? Right? What do we do with it? Remember, EtherChannel, what it does, it bundles all these links, okay, that we see right here. All right, here's because this says no EtherChannel. That's why I'm pointing to this one that says EtherChannel. So you're gonna bundle, you're gonna aggregate all these particular links. They're going trunk links, they're going back and forth, and make them look as one. All right, that way you get more bandwidth, and instead of STP, you're allowing STP to shut down those ports or block these ports you can see right here, right? Just like here, right? You're going to prevent that. So they're all going to be forwarding, right? But it's going to look as one link. So STP won't get in the way. And also the layer 3 protocols, let's say like EIGRP or SPF, will look at it as one link instead of individual links. That won't cause any kind of routing issues, right? Now, in the packet tracer, you really can't tell the difference when you're pinging back and forth. And I've pinged already back and forth. We can go to simulation mode and take a look at this, really. And we'll just put it right there. What we'll do is we'll go all simple. There and there. We'll make them race with each other. If you would. Call it that, right? Because it does, that's its purpose, is to give you more bandwidth. The whole thing is that Spantry is preventing that because of the loop prevention of STP. So if we just click auto capture and play here, you're going to see that the packets are going to go across boom, at the same rate. They're not going to go any faster or nothing. This is the packet tracer. Okay. But in a real router scenario, you can go ahead and actually just do a debug. All right. Look at the spanning tree. Look at the state of the ports, things, and you can tell that ether channel is already in there. Obviously, looking at the run or the start, you can take a look at the ether channel. How is it assembled? I guess you want to look at it, or configured in the actual ports. Now, there's two types, and I got my notes again here. All right, make sure you guys get it. There's two types of Ethernet. Two types of ether channel. I'm sorry. It's called LACP, which is the IEEE, and PAGP, which is the Cisco proprietary one. Cisco proprietary, meaning you can only use it with Cisco equipment. LACP can go across vendors. All right, they pretty much both work the same. All right, there's some have certain limitations than others, but we're not going to get into the actual limitations or nothing like that. Know that there's two different types of protocols that you can configure for for ether channel PAGP or LACP. Okay, so I mean the main difference is one is proprietary, one is not. Okay, and you can see the commands there. So essentially what we're going to do, all right, is bundle. We're going to go into interface range command, all right, and we're going to bundle all these into one particular channel, right? You can do up to 8. Packet tracer allows you 6. Right? You can do 8 with the fast Ethernet ports, right? You can do fast Ethernet ports. You can do 8 gigabit. You can only do 2, all right, if I'm not mistaken. All right, but one of the things that I like to do first, though, is I like to shut down the ports. I don't like anything to be as I'm configuring to try to negotiate or anything like that, because that's one of the things that you need to understand as well, that there's different modes that you can set them on. If you set it to active, it's going to use LACP. Hey, I want you to use LACP, okay? I set you to mode active, so you're LACP. That's it. You see here it says passive or active. That means you're using LACP. If you use passive, that means, oh, wait, he's active. He's using LACP, so I'm detecting his LACP, so then that way I'm going to be LACP too. That's what he's saying. But we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do desirable on one, because we have Cisco switches, so we're going to do PAGP on one of them, and the other one is going to be auto, which means, hey, I'm going to do, if you're desirable and you're sending me PAGP information, right, every 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and run PAGP too, because I've detected you. So I don't want any detection going on while I'm configuring. So the first thing I like to do is shut down the ports. But it's pretty basic, pretty straightforward what you need to do as far as this is concerned. As far as the test, Doubtful. I don't know. I've heard maybe one or two things that the students have come back to me and say, "Hey, Laz, I got a question on EtherChannel." And it's just really the differences between PAGP and LAGP. And again, if you look at the book, it'll tell you it's very very small. It's like a snippet out of a chapter that it talks about the differences of PAGP and LAGP. And again, they're both the same purpose. I don't want to keep repeating myself. They're exactly the same. It's just one's not proprietary. That's basically it. Okay. And what you want to do, as you can see here, once we configure the Ether channel on the one down here, you're going to see that all ports turn green. And you're like, oh my God, but it's the Ether channel. So it's cool. It looks at it as one. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do, let's name our switches. Let's call this switch 1, host name SW1. And let's go into interface F0. Let's pick the higher ports, 20 dash. Let's pick 3. Well, we got 3 ports, 22, right? That's the ones that are there. How about using the range command there, big guy? All right, F0 slash 20 dash 22. All right, and we're gonna do a shut. We're just gonna shut these down. So while we configure, we just don't run into any problems. All right, and I'm gonna do it on both sides actually. Let me name this one switch 2. Host name SW2. And then in range out, it doesn't mean you have to use the same ports. I'm just doing it for memory sake, really. F0, oops, F0 slash 20 dash 22. Just because it's a lab, do shut. I mean, you don't have to. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back over here now. Now we have to be in the range of the ports that we're gonna go ahead and do. So one of the first things that we need to do is actually create the well, we need to trunk the ports obviously, and then we create the channel group. So let's go ahead and let's trunk the ports first. Let's do switch port mode trunk. Now be careful with this because some of you are using layer 3 switches. Okay, you may have a slightly different command in order to, because you may have a choice of .1Q RSL, but this is a layer 2 switch. The only trunking it supports is .1Q. So switch port mode trunk. That's it. So now if you were to question mark it, there you see here says there, right up here, it says channel group. All right, this is for Ether channel. We don't have to do channel protocol. We're going to do channel group. Okay, so channel group. Let it finish that off. We question mark it again. You got 1 through 6. So we're going to choose 1, and then it's going to ask you for a mode, and then what mode are we going to use? Now we're going to use, because we want to enable PAGP unconditionally on this one. Okay, so we'll set it to desirable. All right, and I tab it. Yes, I do, because I do not want to make a spelling mistake. All right. All right, you can see it starts going through its thing. All right, one of the last things that we're going to do, we're going to exit out of here. I mean, you could do channel group 1 mode active, but again, with the packet tracer, things a little whatever. So just exit out once. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the interface and you see where it says port channel. Port hyphen channel. And you pick the channel. All right, and then you question mark it. You hit enter. And then what you do there is you're going to trunk it, right? Because there's many things you can do. So you're going to do switch port mode trunk. Enter. WR, Control Z. We look at the show start. Scroll down. Let's take a look at those ports. We see port 20, channel group 1 mode. Desirable, switch port mode trunk. Right now it's in shutdown. We did that deliberately, remember? And we see that the port channel itself is also trunked. Okay, so we're done here on this side. Let's go to the other side. Now the other side's not going to be desirable. It's going to be auto, right? It's going to be auto. So again, we have to create the well, we need to trunk the ports first. So switch port mode trunk. We're going to do again channel. Okay, channel. I hate the fact is that channel group 1 doesn't have to be the same. Does not have to be the same. Mode. And then we have our different ones. We did desirable. This one's going to be auto. Okay, it's doing its thing. Let's exit out of here. Go to interface, port, channel 1, switch port, mode, trunk. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's do WR. Oops, Control Shift 6. Do WR. And now we'll go ahead and let's verify that it's good to go. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. Again, we're not going to get into too much detail because you're not going to get, but just in case, here it is. Okay, so let's go back into the range, int range F0/20-22. And really, I want to start switch 1 first because that's going to be the active one, because this is the auto, or the other one's the desirable one. I mean, the main one that's unconditional. This is going to be looking for the PAGP. So let's turn these on first. Okay, config T. I'm just a little whatever, I guess, OCD about that. Interface F0 range F0/20-22. Switch. Oh, switch. Look at me. Wow. No shut. Right. Turn those on. Okay, and let's go to the other one. We're in here. Cool. Then you just do a no shut. Boom. And one of the things that you definitely want to see is this right here. Change state to up. Okay. So that's a good thing. So really, to notice that this is working, let's give it a little bit. They're going to start turning green. If you go to the other switch, the same thing happened. Port channel 1, change state to up. What's going to happen now, see how span tree is doing its thing? But now it's going to think that all these ports are 1. Okay? Are 1, which is awesome. Okay? And there, boom. There's your ether channel. Give it a little time. It takes its time to get it done. All right? Come on now. Control Z. Wow, really, packet tracer? It's taking forever. All right. Let's take a look at the state show, IP and brief. Take a look at all the ports. Let's go to ports 20, 21, 22. You see it says up, up, up. It's good. And the port channel 1 is up, so that's good. There you go. So now it's all green. Now it thinks, hey, this is 1 link. So there's ether channel. With no ether channel, span tree gets in the way. So even though you added more links because you wanted more bandwidth, if that was your purpose, it wouldn't work because of spanning tree. Here, we did the ether channel configuration, and we use PAGP, which is Cisco proprietary, all right, not IEEE, all right, Cisco proprietary. One, we turn to desirable. The other one, we turn auto. So you need to know those, all right? As well, if they're going to ask you any questions, it will more likely be, because, things like this, all right? That the mode you turn it in will determine what you're going to run, all right? Auto, on, desirable, okay? Things like that. All right, and that's really it. That's ether channel right there. No big deal. We aggregated all these 3 links, so if these are fast Ethernets, now we got what, 300 megabits per second as we go across. That's the good thing about that, right? Getting more bandwidth out of your network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Ether channel. I said it was going to be quick and easy. All right, see you in the next lecture.